Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening for loving kindness meditation. Now, I hope that the loving kindness meditation that we hold every Wednesday night will bring you happiness, peace, relaxation, and comfort. Um, during the Buddha's time, there were several kingdoms that were mentioned in the Buddhist scriptures. But among these kingdoms, there are two kingdoms that stand out. And these are the kingdoms of Magadha, the capital of which is in Rajgir, and the kingdom of Kosala. The kingdoms stem up because the kings were close disciples of the Buddha. Now, in the kingdom of Magadha, the king there was King Bimbisara. And in Kosala, the king was King Pasenadi. Now, Kosala is physically close to Kapilavastu, which is the kingdom for the Sakyas, and where the Buddha spent his younger days there. When the Buddha arrived at the age of 55 years, when he reached 55 years, banker by the name of Anathapindika offered the Buddha Jetavana Grove, which is located in the capital city of Savatthi. This was the kingdom of Kosala. So the Buddha accepted the gift by Anathapindika, and subsequently from the age 55 onwards until except the last year of the Buddha, which is age 80, for 25 years, the Buddha, 24 to 25 years, the Buddha spent his rains retreat at Savatthi, the capital of Kosala. 19 of the rain retreats was at Jetavana Grove, and 5 of the rain retreats were at Pomarama. This was another retreat center in Savatthi offered by a lady devotee by the name of Vishaka. Since the rains retreat lasts about 3 months in India, it was about 3 months long, and which means the Buddha and the monks will be at a retreat center for 3 months. So King Pasenadi had a lot of opportunity to meet up with the Buddha to ask him questions. Now, one day King Pasenadi asked his wife, Queen Malika, she's a very wise lady, Queen Malika. So King Pasenadi asked Queen Malika, who was the person that she loved most in her life? Well, King Pasenadi, he was rather simple-minded. He naturally assumed that the queen will say, of course, you are the one that I love most of all. But he was surprised to hear her reply. She says that actually she loved herself most. So he actually was taken aback. Rather than receiving the reply that he expect her to say, the answer that she's supposed to give, she says that she loved herself most. So at first he was puzzled. Then he asked her, my dear wife, is there anyone who loves you as much as you love yourself? So the queen laughed and responded, my dear husband, is there anyone who loves you more than you love yourself? So King Pasenadi was rather intrigued by this answer. The next day, when he met up with the Buddha, and he had, when they had a conversation, he reported this answer to the Buddha. And the Buddha says, actually, you're correct. Because there's no one in the universe more dear to us than ourselves. The mind may travel in 1,000 directions, but they will not find anyone more beloved, right? So the moment when you begin to see that it is important to love yourself, you will stop making others suffer. So one way of understanding the Buddha's reply is that when we make others suffer, we create negative karma that will rebound back on us. So we create lots of suffering for ourselves. So if we love ourselves, we will not create problems for others, because of the way negative karma has a way of coming back to us. Another way of understanding the Buddha's statement is that if we love ourselves, we should ensure that we don't become our own worst enemy. In the Dhammapada, and this is Dhammapada verse 42, the Buddha said that whatever an aggressor might do to another person, or an enemy would do to another enemy, a mind that is badly directed can do far worse than that to him. All right. So actually, a mind that is not well trained, a mind that is badly directed, a mind that has bad intentions, will in fact do a person much more harm than an aggressor or an enemy can do to him. So this is how important one's mind is. In the next verse, Dhammapada 43, the Buddha said that mother and father might not do for him, or other relatives could do to him as much good as a mind that is well directed can do to him. So a mind that is well directed is really important. No one else in this world can do as much good for yourself as your own mind that is well directed. So clearly, if we love ourselves and we like to look after ourselves well, then we should look after our mind to ensure that our thoughts are well cultivated and well directed. Now, King Pasenadi was close to the Buddha. Whenever he could, he would take time off, especially during lunchtime, to drop by at the Jetavana Grove to see the Buddha. So one day, when they were sitting together in Jetavana Grove, the king said to the Buddha, "Master, there are people who think they love themselves, but who harm themselves all the time by their thoughts, words, and deeds. These are their worst enemies." And the Buddha agreed. Those who harm themselves through their thoughts, words, and actions are indeed their own worst enemies. And they would only bring suffering to themselves. So we normally think that our suffering is caused by others. We think that it may be caused by our parents, our partners, our enemies. But out of forgetfulness, out of anger or jealousy, we say or do things that create suffering for ourselves and others. At another time, the Buddha told King Pasenadi, people usually think they love themselves, but because they are not mindful, they say or do things that create their own suffering. When we see that this is true, then we will stop blaming others as the cause of our suffering. Instead, we will try to love and to care for ourselves and nourish our own body and mind. Now, how do we go about nourishing our own body and mind? We can do this by cultivating metta, by developing metta meditation. In, of course, metta meditation, you know how it is done. We sit still and we calm our body and our breathing. And we recite, may I be peaceful and free. May my mind be happy. May my body be healthy. May I be well and happy. You could also make the wish, may I be free from anger, fear, anxiety. Actually, the words that you say, the actual words are not as important as the intention you have, the intention of wishing for peace and happiness. And these wishes, after sending to yourself, then by the same token, you send these good wishes, the wishes of metta, to other beings. Now, the good thing is that you can make these wishes in any posture, regardless of whether you are sitting, standing, walking, or lying down. Actually, the sitting position is a wonderful way of practicing this meditation. If you sit still and not occupy ourselves with other things, then we can cultivate loving kindness for ourselves and others. The practice of loving kindness always begins with the aspiration or the wish. May I be, and then you have a good wish. So we, after making these wishes, then we should try to move to another level. We go beyond the wishes and look deeply into ourselves, into the positive and negative characteristics that lie within ourselves. uh, the willingness to love, the willingness to say all the things in the metta meditation, it is not love yet. All right. So we need to generate the intention of love from our hearts. So we need to look deeply at our own being in order to understand the nature of our mind and our life. So we just don't repeat the words, uh, in a kind of a rote fashion, saying those words as if they don't mean anything, or we don't imitate others, but we try to strive from some ideal. Now, the practice of metta meditation is not auto-suggestion. So you're not just suggesting yourself. You just don't say, I send metta to myself and all beings. But we have to go further. We look deeply into our own body, our own feelings, our own perceptions, our mental, our mind, our consciousness. And after making these wishes, with the pure intention, so our words is followed, must be accompanied with the pure intentions from our heart. And if we keep on doing this, after a while, the wishes and aspirations of metta will become a deep intention. So metta will enter into our thoughts, into our words, and into our actions. And we will notice that we have actually become more peaceful. We become happier, and we become light in the body and mind. And so this is a wonderful feeling that after practicing metta for a while, you begin to feel this lightness, and you begin to get the happiness and peacefulness in your life. It also makes you feel more safe and free from injury. You become less troubled with anger, fear, and anxiety. So your mind is free from anger, free from fear and anxiety. And as you practice, you can observe how much peace, happiness, and lightness that you already have. And you notice that previously, when you're anxious about getting into accidents or misfortune, or you are troubled by anger, irritation, fear, anxiety, or worry inside you, as you begin to practice metta more and more, you begin to get much less troubled by all these negative feelings. And your self-understanding will deepen. So as you look deeper, you will have a better understanding into your own fears and the lack of peace that have contributed to your unhappiness. And you can see that the value of sending loving kindness to yourself helps you to cultivate a heart of compassion. So instead of living with some vague fear of accidents, you observe ways in which injury could happen, and therefore you become more mindful. You take appropriate actions to avoid getting ill or injury. So you will look deeper into whatever you're doing. You'll live your life more purposefully, more mindfully. And this is certainly the best way to avoid accidents and to protect yourself. And you recognize your deep desire to live in peace and safety, to have the support you need, and to practice mindfulness. So the Buddha said that once we realize that we are indeed the closest and most precious person on earth to ourselves, we stop treating ourselves as like an enemy. So you realize that if you really want to look after yourself, of course, every one of us wants basically to have a happy life, so that we are not troubled by harm, by danger, by sicknesses. We like to live happy and healthy lives. So we must stop treating ourselves like an enemy. Yeah. And so this is when we send loving kindness to ourselves first. And so later on, we will have good wishes for others. Yeah. So we start off with ourselves so that we become a vessel of loving kindness. And as part of the practice, it is also sending loving kindness to other living beings, because we have to go beyond ourselves. Sending loving kindness to ourselves is the starting point, but in the practice of metta, the metta must be extended to others. Okay, now, so in the practice of metta meditation, we sit in a comfortable position. The sitting position is must be comfortable. You can sit on the floor, or if you like, you can also sit on a chair with your back straight and both your feet on the floor. Okay, and be aware of the flow of your breathing. Feel comfortable, and as you send loving kindness, you have in your mind the people that you like to share your thoughts of loving kindness tonight. I will guide you what to do during the meditation. All right, so let us begin. I will just sound the bell, and we begin by watching the breath and then proceeding on to the inner smile, after which we will carry on with our practice of loving kindness meditation. You can gently close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. As you take a few deep breaths, you become more calm. Just think that at this moment, you don't require anything else. You bring your mind to the state of contentment. You don't require anything else except to dedicate some time to the practice of loving kindness. Now we start off with the practice of the inner smile. This is a traditional meditation practice to enhance health and well-being. Bring up your inner smile, because a smile is connected with the radiation of peace, of happiness, friendliness, and relaxation. Let us begin from the crown of our head. If you could feel some sensations at the top of your head. Can you feel something there? Putting your attention at the top of your head. Now, at the top of your head, you let the smile, the smiling energy to accumulate there, to accumulate at the top of your head. Bring a smile to the top of your head. Now just be aware of your forehead. Can you feel your forehead? Or bring a smile to your forehead. Now just be aware of the spot between your eyebrows. Bring a smile to this spot. And now be aware of your eyes, bringing smiles to your eyes. It is as if your eyes are smiling now. Be aware of your cheeks and bringing smiles to your cheeks. Are you feeling relaxed now? Now just be aware of your neck and your throat area. At the base of your neck is the thyroid gland. Smile at your thyroid gland. And lower down in your chest, between the lungs and behind the breastbone is your thymus gland. Putting a smile at your thymus gland. Your thymus gland is part of your immune system. So bring blessings and smiles to your thymus gland so that you keep yourself healthy. Now let us move the smile downwards into your heart. Open up your heart, smiling in your heart, letting go of the tensions that are stored in your heart. Now radiate the smile from your heart to your lungs. And your lungs breathe in easily. Also having gratitude for your heart and lungs for keeping you alive from day to day and from moment to moment. Then now as you move down, you have the solar plexus just below your breast bone. And the solar plexus is just it's a junction, it's a collection of nerves. When you experience negative emotions like anger, fear, frustration, the solar plexus is the part that get very tense up. So let us put a smile in the solar plexus area and relax, letting go of the tension that you have. You just have a sense of well-being. Relax solar plexus. A smile at your solar plexus. The solar plexus is linked with the organs in the mid body, such as your liver, your spleen, and all that. So now let us go on to the right side of the body because that's where your liver is. It's just below your rib cage. And bring a smile to your liver. That your liver might continue to be healthy. Liver helps to clear your body of toxic substances. So soften your liver with a smile, with a wish that may your liver be healthy and strong. Now on the left side of your body, just below the rib cage, will be where your spleen is. And your spleen will fight germs in the blood and control the level of the blood cells. So the spleen is really quite important. It's really important in order to make sure that your blood is clear of germs. So bring a smile to your spleen. And may your spleen be healthy and strong. Yeah? Just below the spleen is a pancreas. A pancreas also rests against your stomach, and it secretes a bile to help you digest your food and to extract, to change the sugar in your blood into energy. So smile at your pancreas. Now moving to the lower back of your kidneys. There are two kidneys on both sides of your spinal cord. Smile to your kidneys, which filters the blood and remove waste. And now a smile, bring a smile to your stomach and intestines for a healthy digestive system. The intestines will begin with the small intestines that absorb the nutrients from your food and into the large intestines. And of course, waste will be secreted out of your body through the large intestines. Now bring the smiling energy to the urinary tract, your bladder, and for the males, the pituitary glands, and the females, the ovaries and uterus. We just like that these glands are to be healthy. Now, let us just sharpen our mindfulness by just watching the breath. And just be aware that As you breathe in and out, there is some sensation of the breath. Very often we can find the breath at the in front of our nostril. But if you have some difficulty in feeling your breath there, then you could feel your breath at some other places of your body, in your throat or in your chest or in your abdomen. So just be aware of the breath as you breathe in and out. And we do some counting, simple counting. As you breathe in and out, you could count 1 and then 2 and so on until you arrive at number 10. And then upon reaching number 10, you return back to number 1. The counting itself is just for us to keep track on the breathing, because sometimes if we don't count, it is easy for the mind to wander away. So if you have lost track of your counting, so you know your mind is already straight, and you return back to the first count, number 1. Breathe in and out as 1, in and out as 2. Shall we watch the breath? Now let us watch our breath in another way. As we breathe in, we calm ourselves. And as we breathe out, we smile in the heart and relax. So if we breathe this way, we experience the breath as well as the whole body, the relaxation and calmness in the whole body. Now let us proceed with our loving kindness meditation. As I mentioned earlier, we send loving kindness first to ourselves, and then we send loving kindness to others. And we begin by making the wish, may my heart be peaceful and free. We could say, may I be peaceful and free. May I be peaceful and free. And you also have the intention, the good intention of enjoying peace and the sense of freedom, to be free from inner and outer harm, to be protected, to be peaceful. May I be peaceful and free. As you make these wishes, put a smile in your heart and a smile on your face. The smile in your heart and face will help the metta to flow easily. Yeah? Easier for the metta to flow when you're smiling. The second wish is, may my mind be happy. May I be happy. May my mind be happy. Think of being contented and complete. happy mind. May my mind be happy. May I be happy. Wouldn't you like to be happy? So just make the wish. May I be happy. May my mind be happy. Now let us have good wishes for our body. We also want the body to be healthy. We want to enjoy good health. May my body be healthy. May I be healthy. May I be well and happy. May I be well and happy. May my heart be peaceful and free. May I be peaceful and free. May my mind be happy. May my mind be happy. May my body be healthy. May I be well and happy. Now, how do you feel right now? Do you have a sense of you're feeling happy, of relaxation, of having peace in your mind when you make these wishes of loving kindness? When you make these wishes, say these wishes with sincerity. These are wishes for yourself. Surely we like to be happy. We like to be healthy. Now let us make the wishes now for the first group of people. They're the people who have cared a lot about us, and we also we have lots of gratitude for them as well. We are very thankful for the sacrifices they have made on our behalf, for all the things that you have learned from them, for their kindness, for their compassion, for their sacrifices. The people in this group will include like your parents, your grandparents, your guardians, and your teachers. See how much knowledge that we have obtained from a baby, from a child that knows very little, right up to where you are right now. We learn a lot from the transmitted knowledge that others have given us. So out of gratitude, we send our loving kindness to this first group of people. So if you're sending loving kindness to your parents, just think of your parents as if they are right in front of you. Maybe to your mother, yeah, your mother is right in front of you. She's in a good state of mind, and you speak to her from your heart, thinking about, oh, you know how much she has given to me, and I have so much gratitude for her kindness. We say, Mother, may your heart be peaceful and free. May your mind be happy. May your body be healthy. May you be well and happy. If you think that these are too many words for you to remember, just say, Mother, may you always be happy. May you be happy. And then in the same manner, you could send loving kindness to your father, to your grandparents, to your guardians, and to your teachers. All right, so let us send our loving kindness to this first group of people. Think about the people whom you're sending loving kindness to. Think about their qualities, how much you have gained from them, and the gratitude that you have for their kindness. And as you say these words, you make these wishes are made with sincerity. Now we send loving kindness to members of our family and those who are close to us. Surely you will not have any issues about sending loving kindness with sincerity to members of your family. This includes your spouse, your children, your grandchildren. And if you don't have an immediate family of your own, then you can send loving kindness to your brothers and sisters, to your nephews and nieces. You can think of them, every one of them. If they could maintain happiness and good health, how wonderful it would be. So just you can send loving kindness to them as a group or one by one. And you might even have their faces in your mind as you send this loving kindness to them. It's like you making this wish to them as if they are right in front of you and you're speaking to them from your heart. You say, may your heart be peaceful and free. May your mind be happy. May your body be healthy. May you be well and happy. All right, sending loving kindness to your immediate family members. Now let us send our wishes of loving kindness to beings throughout the world in every direction. We just imagine that there are beings all around us in every direction, and they all have assumed a human form. So they're all in a human form. Now let us send our loving kindness to all the beings in the forward direction. May all the beings in the forward direction, may your heart be peaceful and free. May your mind be happy. May your body be healthy. May you be well and happy to all the beings in the forward direction. Now the beings in the rightward direction, send your loving thoughts to them. Beings in the backward direction, beings in the leftward direction, beings in the downward direction, beings in the upward direction, sending your loving kindness in all directions, in every direction. Let us also invoke upon the blessings of the Triple Gem, so that may the Triple Gem also bless them. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sadasuti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sadasuti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanganubhavena sadaswati bhavantu te. Let us now share merits, focusing our intention within. As we observe the peace and quietness inside, in the calmness of our mind, we send out wholesome thoughts. We share the merits with the devas, with our guardian deities and protectors. May they rejoice in these merits and continue to guide and protect ourselves and our loved ones. May they also give blessings. May the devas and higher beings give blessings to the donors, to the supporters, members, ex-co members of BGF, as well as those from other Buddhist organizations worldwide. We pray for a more peaceful year, more peace and harmony in the country and the world. Etavatacha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva sabbe satta sabbe bhuta anamodantu sabba sampate siddhya. Now, as we have performed merits tonight by participating in metta meditation, let us transfer merits to all departed ones, friends or relatives who have already passed away. We dedicate our merits to them in order to bring them relief and happiness wherever they are. Idang me nyati nang hotu sokita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Let us make some aspirations by the grace of the merits that we have cultivated. May we not follow the way of the foolish. May we always have wise friends and skillful teachers. May we have a lot of opportunities to be in touch with Dhamma, to learn from the very best teachers. May we not stray from the path of Dhamma, and may we one day achieve the highest bliss on Nibbana. Imina punya kamena mami bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya. Let us now, for our closing invocation, giving thanks to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha for all the blessings, guidance, and protections received. O Buddha, my spiritual master and refuge, thank you for the blessings, guidance, and protection. The Dhamma, holy saints, and spiritual teachers, bodhisattvas, Dhamma protectors, and devas, thank you for the blessings, guidance, and protection. May the Buddha be at my head, the Dhamma in my heart, and the Sangha by my side to guide and protect me always. May suffering ones be suffering free, and the fear-struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and may all beings find relief. May all beings share in these merits that we have generated. May these merits help to bring them good health, happiness, and peace. May beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas of mighty power, to share in this merits of ours, and may they long protect the Buddha Sasana. Let's say sadhu. Sadhu. Sadhu.